Okay, that was just overnight. Ukraine strikes Russia with U.S.-made long-range missiles for the first time. And this is what happened. You can see the mushroom cloud forming. Now imagine if this happened in the United States, where there were some kind of missiles that were launched on U.S. soil, on U.S. military bases, because that's what it looked like, is, according to my research here, is that the missiles were launched to a military base in Russia. And now Putin has issued a new nuclear doctrine that is talking about how nuclear war is going to be evident and really a certainty at this point if there's a continuation of this. And obviously, what I think is going to happen is if they continue, which I think they will, like, these idiots are really going to try to start World War III. But honestly, I'm not too upset about it, because I'm excited to let Babylon fall, but I'm not excited to see the destruction just for the destruction and to see the innocent lives lost. I'm not excited for that. But I am excited to see things actually get real and people actually start to take life more seriously. At least sincerely. Maybe not seriously is the right word, but sincerely. You don't need to be more serious, but you do need to be more sincere. And I think what's going to happen is things are going to escalate. Biden's going to be removed with the 25th Amendment. They're going to issue in Kamala Harris as the president. Something's going to happen before Donald Trump gets elected. And Donald, at least Cole, he's been elected. Donald Trump gets in office on January 20th. And something's going to happen, and things are just going to continue to go downhill. These people will not stop. And they're going to make it look like Donald Trump is this is like, oh my gosh, I just realized this. It's the whole Russia thing all over again. The fact that Donald Trump claims to want peace is going to be the left's way. Holy crap, I can't believe I just realized this. It's going to be the left's way of trying to make it seem like Donald Trump really is worse than they're even making him out to be already. But oh my gosh, that is crazy. At least that's something that could happen here. That's something that could happen. I don't know for sure, but I think if there's going to be an escalation of this, that's what's going to happen. But let's hear what they have to say.
Overnight, some alarming news from overseas. Russian President Vladimir Putin has formally lowered the threshold for his country's use of nuclear weapons. It comes just days after the U.S. allowed Ukraine to strike inside Russia using American longer-range missiles. Chief International Correspondent Keir Simmons joins us with the latest on this. Keir, good morning. Tell us what this means.
Well, Savannah, this will raise alarm bells, particularly because of the timing. Important to note that Russia has made many nuclear threats before during the war on Ukraine, but it's changed now its nuclear doctrine to enable Russia to launch a nuclear strike on a non-nuclear country that is supported by a nuclear country. That's clearly a message to Ukraine and the United States. And fast-moving events, Savannah, we're hearing now from Russia that it says that US long-range attack missiles have been used in the Bryansk area of Russia. Russia says it shot down 5 of them, but that one has caused a fire at a military facility. So many different events happening. One other thing to tell you, though, Savannah, the Kremlin spokesman saying in a briefing just in the last hour or so that Russia still considers nuclear weapons a weapon of last resort. Savannah.
All right, Keir, thank you.
Well, at least they consider nuclear weapons as a weapon of last resort. But the thing is if nuclear war really does start, it's done. It's over. And, this isn't a fear tactic. I'm actually thrilled about not the destruction, but people taking life more sincerely. You know, this is life hangs on a thin balance, and it's there is no anchor except for God. God is going to be the anchor for all of us. And you know, we live in a time where, as of this moment, we are hoping that Putin of Russia, Vladimir Putin, is going to be making better quality decisions than the current U.S. president and vice president. That is the world that we live in now. That is it. So let's go now to what Vladimir Putin said. This was in September 12th, 2024. So let's take a look at this. He says, Vladimir Putin has firmly stated that if the U.S. allows Ukraine to use long-range missiles against Russia, Europe and NATO countries will be drawn into a nuclear war. You don't even have to blink your eyes when we carry out Article 5 of the Roman Treaty. Okay, the Roman Treaty. That is the treaty. I wanted to look this up, actually. Let's see. The Treaty of Rome, considered as the foundation acts of the European community. What is the Rome Treaty? I actually don't know if I've heard about this as much as I wanted to. But there's certain treaties that are also going to be in place from 1991, right? Where Gorbachev and the U.S. and NATO made all of those decisions. Like, I'm not sure what the treaties were called exactly, but I'm pretty sure that there were treaties in 1991 when the Soviet Union fell, that there were certain things that were happening, and there were going to be certain ways that if you did something here with nuclear weapons, they would be able to do like a counterbalance or anything like that. Somebody in the comments maybe will be able to provide more information. Well, let's hear what Putin has to say. I think it is in Russian, so I'll pause and read first here, and then we'll listen. So it says, for anybody that is not watching this, it says, I want to emphasize this once again. I said it, but I would really like you to hear me. In the end, and bring...
Я хочу еще раз все-таки подчеркнуть это. Я говорил, но мне очень бы хотелось, чтобы вы меня услышали все-таки в конце концов. И донесли это до своих читателей и зрителей.
And bring it to your readers, viewers, and users on the internet. But do you understand or not that if Ukraine goes to NATO and returns...
И пользователей в интернете. Но вы понимаете или нет,
Crimea
что
by military
если Украина будет в
means...
НАТО и военным путем будет возвращать себе Крым, европейские...
European countries will automatically be drawn into a military conflict with Russia. Of course, the potential of the united NATO organizations in Russia is incomparable. We understand that. We also understand that
Страны
Russia...
автоматически будут втянуты в военный конфликт с Россией. Конечно, значит, потенциал объединенной организации НАТО и России несопоставим. Мы понимаем. Но мы также и понимаем, что Россия...
is one of the leading nuclear powers. It has some modern components and even protects many of them. There will be no winners, and you will be drawn into this conflict.
Одна из ведущих ядерных держав.
In addition to your own will.
По современности даже многих опережает. Победителей не будет. И вы окажетесь втянутыми в этот конфликт помимо своей воли. Вы даже не успеете глазом.
You won't even have time to blink your eyes when you will carry out Article 5 of the Roman Treaty.
Моргнуть, когда будете исполнять пункт 5 Римского договора. Господин президент, конечно, не хочет этого.
Does not want to develop this, and I do not want to.
И я не хочу.
I do not want to, and that is why he is here. So I think Putin is more respectable than Joe Biden personally, even though he is, you know, I mean, Putin is Putin, but it seems to me like people are just not understanding how to take this a little bit more sincerely. And I don't know why it's not a bigger story. I really don't. Like, World War III is back on the menu, okay? The spiritual attacks are back. World War III is back. We had a couple weeks of great, moving forward in peace and prosperity for the few moments. It seemed like the collective conscious was moving in a really positive direction. And of course, I've made videos about this in the past couple weeks. It feels like something is off, something is wrong, something big is coming. And now we know what that is. Now we know why that is. And so, this is going to be what's going to happen if people don't really wake up. And, it's not even if people don't wake up. It's we have to have leaders that are making proper decisions, because the people can wake up all they want. But if we don't have the leaders that are making these proper decisions, I think everybody should want to avoid war at all costs. Because we have to be the peacemakers, right? The Bible even says, blessed are the peacemakers. And that's actually Jesus that says that. That's not just the Bible. It's Jesus himself that says, blessed are the peacemakers. That is in the Beatitudes, like Matthew, either chapter 5 or 6. But this is where not only do we have to wake people up to this, we have to make decisions that are going to really impact us all in a more positive way, in a more positive direction. Otherwise, this right here, let me go back. This is going to be our fate. That big old mushroom cloud. So now's the time to choose which side you're on. Are you on God's side, or are you on another team, whatever team that is? Because it doesn't really matter what team you're on if you're not on God's side. If you're not on God's team, it doesn't matter. So, are you on God's side or are you not? And if you're watching it this far in the video, I want you to type in the comments God's side or God's team as a comment. And I hope everybody stays safe out there. I hope everybody stays informed and educated about what's going on. And if you do want to join the Regal Change Academy, we do have where we're getting educated, we're staying prepared. We have a network of professional networking and personal networking available in that paid community, as well as the free Discord. But the free Discord, we still are working on getting more resources and everything in there. But with the paid community, we have a weekly Bible study, a weekly group call, and we have a bunch of other classes for you available that you can take where you're staying up to date on the latest news and information out there, and you're in a godly community. You're surrounded by people that are actually working and building their minds, bodies, and souls to a better place and just wanting to be better. And it's great to be around people like that. It's really energizing. So if you're looking for something like that, that's the place to go to. Otherwise, I hope everybody has a blessed day. And with that being said, peace be with you all. Till next time.